Welcome back to stream, everyone. It's been a few days, or as the kids like to say, it's been a minute. Um, Definitely has been a minute. We last streamed, I think it was Tuesday actually, and and then I think I'd mentioned I was gonna take a few days, let's say a break, from streaming and play uh um, Modern Warfare 2 because that beta came out sort of that beta came out on Friday Australian time. So we did what did we do? It came out at 3 a.m. Australian time on Friday. And I had work on Friday, so that was a bit rough. And we did I woke up at 5 on Friday morning, which is a fair bit earlier than I'm used to. I'm usually a sort of 7:30, 8 o'clock kind of guy. And so we woke up at 5. I think around 5:30 we kind of got ourselves together, and then Harriet and I hopped in the car, went and grabbed breakfast at McDonald's, came home. We told Zach to be up at 6, and he was up at 6, which is pretty rare for him because he's young, so he's kind of a 9 o'clock guy. And so he's up at 6, and we sort of had breakfast, and then at 6:30 we were on the game. We were into the beta at 6:30, and it was freakish, right? There were people who were clearly playing from 3 a.m. They were like, level 8, level 9 on a 30 level progression. They were grinding. There were people like with the Lockman sub, which is the MP5, which takes like a little while to unlock even in the beta, right? So they had been playing it for a while, which was kind of funny. And so we played. I think I didn't have a lot on Friday. I'd actually intended to take the day off, but I had a few work things crop up and couldn't really get the day away. And so we played till about 12 when I had a work thing that I had to do. And I was kind of done at 12. 6 hours or 5.5 hours of it. I was kind of like, yeah, okay, I'm good. Not, I don't know. It was fun, but it was a bit of a slog. And then we played some more in the afternoon and the evening, and then we played a bit on Saturday. Played a little on Sunday, not that much. And then yesterday was the final day of the beta, and that was why I did stream. I thought we would kind of hop off, work at 5 o'clock, 5:30, something like that, and then I get stuck in till 11 or 12 at night before I had to go to bed. Didn't play at all yesterday. Zach and Harriet played a bit, but not me. I was just like, man, I'm good. How would I best describe my feelings about Modern Warfare 2? So probably start by saying I was really excited for the game. Like when they announced it that it was Modern Warfare 2, a sequel to 2019, I was kind of like, yeah, because 2019 for me is the best COD in a long time. And I was kind of like, yeah, let's go. I didn't really like Cold War. It was okay, but I found the Black Ops 4 engine just clunky after Modern Warfare 2019. And playing a lot of Warzone, right? The movement and everything just felt off. It showed its age. Treyarch did a good job considering what they had to go through to get that game out the door during the pandemic and everything else, and the crazy between Raven and Sledgehammer that led to that. So, good job by Treyarch to get it out the door, but it wasn't a great COD game. And then Vanguard, I had a lot of fun with the Vanguard beta. I really enjoyed it in beta. The movement was a little bit zippier than even Modern Warfare 2019, which I liked. The mechanics were largely the same, which I liked. And the maps they had were okay. Gavutu and Numa Numa were not great. And Red Square was a waste of time. But, Eagle's Nest was good, right? So I kind of was like, okay, I don't mind this game too much. And then when Vanguard launched last November, for the first 3 or 4 weeks, it was really good, right? It was really good. I really enjoyed it. People who, people were exploring the game. They weren't, holding every head glitch. They were not, sweating their ass off. It was just good fun. And then there were problems with it, right? And it needed fixes. And then Sledgehammer went on vacation for a week at Thanksgiving. They shut their whole global studio down for a week at Thanksgiving, U.S. Thanksgiving. And nothing got fixed. And then they came back, and like 2 weeks later, they were then gone again for like another 2 weeks for Christmas. So in the first 2 months after the game released, I think they took 3 weeks off. Right? First month and a bit the game was released, they were 3 weeks vacation. I think they worked. So it was like a 6-week window or something where it was like they did 3 weeks of work and then they went away for 3 weeks. It was ridiculous. And so then we're in January and the game's in a mess state, right? Lots of bugs, exploits, things not working, didn't get fixed. You couldn't unlock certain weapons. It was just a disaster. And Sledgehammer just did nothing. And the Season 1 maps weren't good. Season 2 maps were not good. They delayed Season 2. Caldera came out, and that was all right, but it very quickly got stale. The Vanguard weapons were just a disaster. I think Warzone having like over 100 guns in it because of the 3 different games it was trying to support, and then trying to balance that out. Then Vanguard guns having 10 attached. It was just Caldera just was doomed to fail, right? And the map was hard to play, or it wasn't hard to play. It just wasn't fun to play. So, and then Vanguard just became increasingly unplayable, right? They didn't release the anti-cheat for like 6 months. So by February, the game was just a mess, right? People were just cheating all over the place. Every match you'd go in, some level 2 player was there just absolutely decimating the lobby with hacks. So Vanguard just, by April, I'd stopped playing. I don't think I even loaded it. I think I've loaded it once or twice in the last sort of 5 months, which is really unusual for me in Call of Duty. I usually will play that fairly regularly. So I was looking forward to Modern Warfare 2. And then we start playing it. And high expectations, really not great delivery. Not great delivery. Which is unfortunate, right? Hey, Tony. And so, hey, no problem, buddy. Thanks for coming. So yeah, like really high expectations for Modern Warfare 2, and they just didn't deliver. There's a lot wrong with that game. Like, it's 4 weeks out from launch, and I would suggest it's unfixable at this point. Like, I don't even think if they delayed it a month, they'd get it fixed. I think really, if they were serious about putting out the best possible COD game that they can release for the next 2 years effectively, they really need to delay that till after Christmas. But they're not going to. Right? They simply just won't. They'll release on the 28th of October hell or high water. They don't care. And so a lot of people try to put together why they don't like the game. And I think it goes back to at the COD Next event, Joe Seacott, who's the sort of studio lead, and is kind of the Infinity Ward lead for this stuff. He's like the lead program manager. Basically, he runs Infinity Ward COD, right? And he said, our number one priority is to make the game fun. And they just didn't do it. And they talked about play styles, right? Trying to build a game that accommodated all play styles. They failed epically. In an effort to allow people to, and I'm using their terms, right? To allow people to express themselves as what they call sentinels, normal people would call campers. They made the game unplayable for anyone who wants to play a more traditional Call of Duty arcade shooter, which is effectively what it is, right? It's an arcade shooter FPS, and it's a movement shooter, and that playstyle is just not catered for at all. Basically, your footsteps are too loud, so sound whoring is a viable strategy. The physics around sound are just flat out terrible. Like, there are tons of clips, and you see it firsthand when you play it and you die and you watch the kill cam. You can't believe what you're seeing and hearing. But you're on a map and you're running down a back alley on the side of a building, and you come around the corner and there's a dude ADSing and pre-firing you because he hears you coming around the building, but he hears you coming around through two concrete walls in a room, right? And sound physics just doesn't work that way. Like, sound waves don't travel well through concrete. They certainly don't travel well through two concrete walls. And sound waves don't tend to turn corners, right? Sound waves go out. And so you pick up a little ambient in behind, but generally it goes out, right? It certainly doesn't turn corners. But you'd watch a kill cam and there'd be a dude who'd be running. He'd stop. He'd hear you through the building. And then he'd just turn around and to Infinity Ward's credit, the directional audio in the game is fantastic. Like, they have done a sensational job of creating unbelievable directional audio to the point where you can basically pre-fire now corners because you know just on the sound of the person running, you can tell where they are in real time. So you penalize people for moving, right? And so that's bad. But then, there's this whole debate in the COD community about classic minimap, right? Classic minimap in a COD sense is the red dots. So you shoot your weapon on a map. You shoot your weapon in the game, and if you don't have a suppressor on, then in the minimap, you appear as a red dot, right? They took that out in Modern Warfare 2019, and they refused to bring it back. And their rationale for it is, and this is their words, right? They posted it online, so I'm, again, not taking anything Infinity Ward says out of context. We don't want to punish people for firing their weapon. Well, that's what a suppressor is for, right? That's what the whole attachment's purpose is to suppress you from appearing on the minimap, not to suppress the audio, because audio cues are okay, but that's not what they're for. And so when you have a system that allows people to sit still, run ghost, so they're invisible to UAVs, and they can shoot their weapon without being spotted on minimaps, they're going to stand still they're going to corner camp. And that's what people in this game did. And they just hug angles and head glitches, and they don't move. And so by effectively saying we're not going to punish people for firing their weapon, you effectively punish people from moving because you move into their line of sight. So now your audio is too loud, and people who are camping are hidden. So you're just punished for playing the game the way you've played it for, my case, 19 years. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird design strategy. It's flawed, right? And they call these people sentinels. They're just really campers, right? They're just camping. And they don't like that name because it's negative. Okay? And there's just lots of that stuff. And the movement is not fluid. But for me, the two worst things in the whole game, the audio is just gross. And I became Team Classic Minimap, even though I normally wasn't. I've had to become that because, like, it's just unplayable. But you don't see enemy nameplates, right? So your enemy is down a lane. You're looking at him. You don't have any indication that it's the enemy. It's like hardcore. Like hardcore mode. That's how hardcore mode works. So now that's pubs now. I don't understand why. And to make matters worse, if one of your teammates is behind them, you see your teammate's blue dot, which I don't know why they brought that in the game. You see their blue dot behind them, and you think the enemy is your teammate, so you don't shoot him. It's so weird. So that's terrible. And movement is just dysfunctional, right? It's too slow. And strafe speed is impossible. I think the netcode isn't working very well because what you see happening in front of you is not what's happening on kill cams at all. They're just two totally different experiences. You'll die so fast, and you'll just look and you go, what the hell just happened? And you'll be sitting there looking at your and then you'll watch the kill cam, and the dude who just came around the corner and put one bullet into you and killed you, on his view, he's turned the corner and fired 6 shots off at you, and you've just been standing there with your gun out, not shooting back. So that sort of peeker's advantage in the netcode synchronization, it's not working. It's clearly bugged. It's clearly broken. It's super unusual for that to be broken. I think they changed the tick rate on the servers. I think the servers are running at a 60 hertz tick rate, and I don't think the game is keeping up. I just think there's a synchronization issue. There's something not right with the tick rates on the servers, and there's something wrong in the netcode. That should be fixable. But yeah, what you're looking at in front of you isn't what you're seeing in kill cams, and it's not even close, right? Like, you usually would see that occasionally where, there's a little bit of peeker's advantage because of latency and stuff like that. That's kind of normal. But this is not it, man. This is way wrong. Strafe speed is terrible. The only thing you can now do is bunny hop, which is actually bunny hopping sideways out of a door on a keyboard and mouse. So you're running straight, and then you want to go, and you have to bunny hop sideways to get out a door and shoot while you're in the air. It's really hard on keyboard and mouse. It's actually quite a complicated set of maneuvers. You're using, multiple. You're using 3-4 fingers independently of each other plus your mouse, right? Like, it's quite complicated to do that. But that's the only maneuver you have, because you can't shoot and slide now. Now, if you slide, you're locked into the slide animation until you're done, and sliding slows you down. and you can't shoot your weapon, you can't ADS, you can't do anything because they got rid of slide canceling, which made sense. Slide canceling was kind of goofy, but you got to let me hip fire. You got to let me ADS while I'm sliding. Like I said on Twitter, it's like a war crime what they did to sliding, because there are maps in that where if you were able to slide around a corner, you could combat the campers, right? Because you'd break their camera. But you can't now. And especially because so many people are playing on controller, the aim assist is just off the charts. The aim assist is just wacky. Like, you stun somebody or you flash them. Like, flashes and stuns are stupid. Like, that's just broken. But you flash somebody, their whole screen goes white, right? But, yeah, aim assist is stronger this year. If you could believe that, it's actually even stronger. But you flash them, it's totally white. They can't see anything. But as long as they're moving their left stick at all, right? As long as they're moving their left stick at all, they get rotational aim assist while stunned and basically lock onto you. The first time I saw it on Friday when I was playing, I couldn't believe what I was looking at. Like, I'm playing a museum and there's this sort of hallway, and I flash before I come around the corner. I pop out of the corner. I'm shooting this guy and he kills me. I watch the death cam. He doesn't even see me. The whole screen is white, right? His whole death cam or his whole kill cam is white. And you can see his reticle doing this as he's killing me through flash with aim assist. And there's tons of clips on Twitter for that, right? Tons of clips on Twitter where people are showing how broken. And on controller, bunny hopping is a little bit easier, right? Because you have paddles and all kinds of stuff. And so they would be bouncing around, but because they're hopping and they're moving, they're not only getting aim assist, they're also getting rotational aim assist at the same time. So they're kind of getting like a higher level of aim assist while they're in the air. So bunny hopping for a controller player, it's like an aimbot, right? It's freakish. It's absolutely freakish. I can't work it out. And then there's just little things like I was playing on Mercado, and down the center lane, there's two sort of fruit stand things, and they're basically head glitches, and people just camp them and shoot down the lane. And you think, okay, well, I'll just shoot back, but they're impenetrable. So basically a box of tomatoes in this game is impenetrable. You can wallbang some stuff, but not other stuff. And there's no logic to it. You can wallbang some doors, but not all doors. You can throw a grenade at a car and the whole car will blow up, but you can't shoot through a fruit box. I honestly, I couldn't get it. I couldn't work it out. Like, the whole Mercado map, I think J-God said it best. That whole map is busted. It's you can tell by every aspect of the map the way that if you're playing domination and where you spawn, it's their spawns are in the wrong place. Where the hills are in Hardpoint are in the wrong place. So what it looks like with that map is when they designed it, it looks like they thought the game would play north-south, and the game actually plays east-west. And that map plays east-west. So it's kind of busted. So one team spawns, and they're basically in spawning into the game. They're basically spawning on B. And the other team is nowhere near B. There's there's a whole row of buildings between them and B. So they can't get there. So off the rip, you've already lost the spawns. and so you're already down. But then the worst part of that is where the B flag is. It's in a tunnel, and if you're playing like you're smart, you can have one guy holding a head glitch that looks through the tunnel, off the side of a building, through the tunnel, at the only place the other team can actually exit to come to B. So you have an impossible angle that they're mounted, so there's no recoil when they shoot at you. And then the other two domination points are in opposite ends. And so you're 60, 70 meters away from each of them, and you have to go around a building. It's very broken. That map's a mess. And then Museum, it's too big. It's very good for Hardpoint. It's a good, fun map to play Hardpoint on. It's a very good S&D map, but for Dom and any other kind of respawn mode, effectively Team Deathmatch, it might be the worst map. It might be the worst Team Deathmatch map I've played in a long time. Probably only Numa Numa is a close second. Numa Numa is a terrible map in every aspect. Vanguard, it was possibly one of the worst COD maps of all time. But yeah, it's Museum. Basically, the whole, if you're playing Team Deathmatch, this massive map, the whole game is played in one walkway. All 12 players are basically in and around each other. And then by the middle of the map, 2 or 3 people on each team have moved back, and they're not maybe sniping, but they're kill whoring at range. They're camped up somewhere just kill whoring at range. It's full on broken. It's so bad. But the maps look beautiful. The maps look fantastic. Graphically, the game is very impressive. But it's not fun to play. It's not fun. The guns are, I don't know, man. Well, see, this is what I started off with saying, Tony. I agree. Like, I had very high expectations for it. I really wanted the game to be good. I really wanted the game to be super good fun, super excellent to play. I was looking forward to it. Like, I booked a week off work in October when it comes out, so that I could just play for a week when it comes out. And Dead Set is trash. Like, unless there's massive changes and they announce that, yeah, look, we're fixing a whole bunch of stuff. We understand. We hear you. I can't envision playing it for that period of time. Like, I just think I'll play it for a few hours when it comes out. I'll play it a little bit here and there, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I saw a lot of people saying on Twitter and places they're gonna seek a refund on Steam, and I can understand that. I actually could understand that. If I hadn't have bought the Vault Edition pre-order, I probably wouldn't have bought it based off playing the beta. I think I would wait and see till it's back. So, hugely disappointing. But like you said, I want that game to be good. But the guns are all just same. Like, they're all kind of same, right? They're all much of muchness. Like, I think you run the M4 Hurricane variant SMG. It's no different from the Lockman sub, which is effectively an MP5. Like, they're no different. They basically are the same. You run the 5.56, you run the M4. They're much the same. They feel the same. Like, all the guns I was occasionally just running around picking up guns on the ground. It's very little difference. The battle rifles feel a little bit different, but they just feel like marksman rifles in Modern Warfare 2019. They're not. I didn't think the variation in the weaponry was very good. Then they have that automatic pistol, which is broken, which is always the way, right? It's always one pistol. It's stupid. I don't know, man, kill streaks are too loud. There's so much wrong. Like a lot of that stuff, kill streaks being too loud or whatever else. You fix all that. Like that's entirely fixable. But like some of that stuff, and that's not even getting into the UI. Like the UI is just a disaster, and that's not fixable, right? That's not, oh shit, we screwed up the UI. We'll just go away over the next 3 weeks and fix that. That's never gonna happen. Like that broken sideways scrolling UI, that's 2 years, man. That's not getting changed. That's somebody made a decision that they wanted the UI to look like a streaming service, and it just doesn't work. Not ideal. I Like I said, if I hadn't pre-ordered it, I probably wouldn't have bought it yet. I was chatting with Noob today, and he hasn't bought it, and I'm like, just don't bother. Just, I don't know if you're gonna or not, mate, but just wait it out, right? See what happens on launch. Get the feedback, see if they fixed everything or anything. It's Infinity Wards. They may just ignore everyone. But I think some of the, and then there's just little things like visual recoil, too much. Visual recoil is too much on iron sights. Like you just, without aim assist. So on PC, and this is just your gimped on PC, right? So on PC, without aim assist, the visual recoil just stuffs you over, just screws you over, right? Yeah, I don't care about pre-ordering. Like, generally speaking, I'm happy to pre-order all of them. Whatever five, tiny cosmetic they give me, so ooh, that's nice. So I don't really mind that too much. But yeah, best time to buy COD if you really want to save some money. Best time to buy it is always Black Friday. Right? It's usually less than a month after the game launches, and it's usually 40% off. It's probably the best time to buy the game. And you can still get a battle pass in season 1, so it's kind of usually the best time, I think. I will say though, for me, I've heard other people say things about it, but one of the complaints was that it doesn't perform particularly well. I don't know, bro. My PC, it was flying. Like, my 5900X and my 3070 on most of the maps at 1440p high resolution, like high graphic detail, I was getting 160, 180 frames consistently. Mercado, I was getting 200 FPS, right? My game was flying. Zach has a 5600X and 5700 XT graphics card. Just getting 130 frames consistently, 120 frames consistently at 1440p. So he was getting better than console experience. Harriet has a slightly lower end machine. She has a 3600 and a RX 590 graphics card, and she's playing at 1080p. She's getting 70 to 80 frames, so she was getting console experience. Game's optimized pretty well, I think. But a lot of people were saying they were having lots of screen stutter and stuff like that. I think it's probably drivers. There's probably a lot more going on there. But our machine's all optimized correctly, right? Like, well maintained. Game just flew. That was probably one of the things I said over and above everything else. If they can optimize the game a little bit more for release, which they do, right? That's just standard development practice. 2 weeks out from public release, they'll start stripping out all of their, development, code checking, code analytics, debugging. They'll start stripping it out. They'll start getting rid of some of the test harnesses they probably don't need anymore and whatever, and lean up the game. It'll run like it'll run super. It'll probably run very similar to MW19, which is kind of a credit to them as a development company, right? To improve the visual fidelity that much and everything else, and it still run at that speed that's impressive. So don't know. I'm curious to see how Warzone runs. The new Warzone map is very big, so I'm curious to see how that plays. I'm actually not curious how it plays. That's probably not the right phrase. I don't care. I actually watched COD Next. I watched Warzone 2, and I went, doesn't look like it's for me. It looks kind of plodding. It looks like Tarkov created a BR. Like, just doesn't look like a lot of fun to me. We'll see, I guess. The no loadouts and stuff, and the looting system and everything else just is a massive disinterest point for me. I mean, that's why I didn't like PUBG, right? I played PUBG for a long time, but one of the things I disliked about PUBG was, all the looting, right? Just having to run around, pick up, scopes and start, smithing your gun on the fly, right? Like crafting weapons on the go. Like, dude, I just want to land and shoot people, right? And that's what Warzone did well. You land, you do a little bit of looting to get some initial guns and some money to buy some stuff. And then before too long, a loadout appeared and you had all your guns if you were still alive, or you could just buy a loadout. And then you had all your guns and your perks. And you were off. But they kind of broke that, which isn't a lot of. I can't envision Warzone 2 not having loadouts. It just doesn't make sense. They will revert that. I think they have to. Because if you think about it from a purely commercial perspective, why would I? So I'm playing Warzone for free, right? And I land with a pistol. And I'm looting. And I have to buy my individual guns at buy stations. Why would I buy a blueprint? Why would I buy a bundle in the store? Like, am I really just buying it for the cosmetics? Like, for the skin? They're not that interesting, right? So I suspect somebody's going to say, hey, man, we're going to sell less bundles and skin. We're going to sell less, less gun blueprints in the store here. Turn that shit back on. I think that's what'll happen. Unless DMC comes along and there's some whole new mechanic around microtransactions that we haven't been able to see, and it explodes the concept of microtransactions to something crazy, then maybe, but I don't think so. I don't think that's what's going to happen. So I suspect that. And the Gulag, no, they won't. It's all one singular tech system. So your camos will all be the same, everything. It's all going to be the same. I think part of the problem with, I think it's fascinating, right? You talk to people who played COD for a long time, and they'll tell you, hold on, I need to look at something. Did all of your, Tony, just out of curiosity, did all of your previous messages get deleted in Twitch chat? Oh, you also got timed out. The bot, sorry, man. The bot is being stupid. I will have to fix that. It's being a little too strict. not sure what to do with that. Sorry, man. But anyway, it's yeah, I'll have to fix the bot. It looks like it's gone a bit stupid. Too much, too strict on the profanity filter, by the looks of it. That's crazy. Well, anyway, I've talked enough about COD. It pissed me off. I think it's time to play some Football Manager. I'm probably only gonna stream for another hour and a bit tonight, because I kind of gotta get to bed. I got a big day tomorrow, so we'll limit our time. One of the things that was really fascinating was the AMD Zen 4 came out, or it's coming out tomorrow, and all the reviews came out yesterday. Woof, is that bad? Is that a horrible experience? The performance metrics don't look great. It looks really expensive for what it is. It's disappointing. Okay, where are we at? Schedule. Excuse me. So, yeah, it's, I think the problem with the Zen 4 is the motherboards, right? The AM5s, I think, and having to buy DDR5 RAM. So, like, if I wanted to buy, I don't know, a 7700X, which, you know, is sort of the 8-core mid-tier, right? That's going to be 700 Australian dollars probably. And then I'm probably looking at this point, from what I can gather, $500 plus for a motherboard, for one of the X670 motherboards, and then $350 for 32 gigs of RAM. I'm sort of looking at $1,500 for a motherboard, a CPU, and RAM. And I'm probably going to also, because of the load, I'm probably also going to need a new power supply. So there's another $250. So I'm kind of at $1,750. You know, you throw in a few other things, like a lot of people are going to need new coolers. I'm not going to, because I have a pretty solid cooler now. But, like, I don't know, man. Just it's an expensive venture to get into that. So, their logo looks weird. Oh, it is weird naturally. Isn't that interesting? All right. So we're straight into our FA Cup game, which is not ideal. Oh, everybody's suspended. Yikes. We picked up a lot of cards. Oh dear. We're in a spot of bother here. Okay, let's get our coaching staff. Like, we're using grayed out players. This is never a good sign. Comer, Prince, Corcoran, Cullum, Cant, Crab. Yep. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. And then we're going to... Oh, we can't do that because he's suspended. Yeah, they're all suspended. Wow, man. We're in a spot of bother here. Half our team is suspended. We're in a little bit of trouble. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to do that after all. I think our FA Cup run is basically in shambles at the moment. Not ideal. Not an ideal way to start the season. Our first ever appearance in the FA Cup. And we're basically a mess of suspensions and players who... What? Is there something? Okay. All right. Hassle. Oh, there we go. It'll be interesting to see at the level we're at, level sort of tier 9. It'll be interesting to see if Taylor... Oh, dude, I was going to say, if he doesn't score there, that's a crime. Oh, so he got lucky. He got a second shot at it. Otherwise, he was in trouble. So it's a good ball in there. There's lots of movement around, right? This is a lovely pass from Hassel. So he almost hit the keeper who was on his side. We gotta hope for the best here. Oh, that's offside. Was he out? Like, was Hassel offside? Like, how's this? Oh yeah, he's a step. Fair enough. I'll let you have that one, Mr. Referee, because he was a step offside. But yeah, I was kind of contemplating buying a new PC. I was going to get the new AM5 with probably a 7900X, but I think I'm going to pass, at least for now. I think I'll wait, see what the RDNA 3 stuff looks like from a graphics card perspective. I'm not going to bother with the 4000s. Like in Australia, the 4090 is going to be probably close to $3,000, right? Like that's a goofy number for a graphics card. Like I'm not really that keen to pay that because it's $1,600 US, right? So you're kind of looking at probably $2,700 Australian. That's not an option. So and the 4080s are just look 4080s just look trash. I just think they look like, I think they both look like 4070s if we're being truthful. Neither of them look like your traditional 4080 to me, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, what a sloppy pass. Dankwa was really loose with the ball there. Oh, good pass by them. They deserve that goal. We didn't really defend very well there. Cullum is not having a good game. Corcoran's not having a good game. Crab's not having a good game. So we're not looking like we're in good mid-season form. We're back at this thing perhaps where we look like we haven't performed very well in the preseason, and so therefore we're going to start out slow. That was a nice ball. Taylor with the very long... Oh, that was sloppy. Are they going to counter us now? Yeah, I think they're going to counter us now. Oof, that was a let-off, man. That was an absolute let-off. Okay, I think we're going to have to make some changes here. Let's look. Substitution o'clock. So Corcoran is Garbo. Cullum is not good. Ellis Crab is the worst player on the park. Excellent. Good to see. Okay. So, what are we going to do here? We're going to have to take those two off because they're terrible. Liubi is going to come on there. We'll bring Mikey Small in here. And then Crab. I don't know who this Max Windsor guy is. I think he's a great out player. I think he's just an imaginary player. So he's going to get a run, which is not ideal. And we might make a substitution. We might just swap those two around. We'll put a little bit more firmness in the midfield with Dankwa. But we'll see. I think we're gonna get done here, and we probably deserve it. We probably don't deserve to win this game. Still don't like to get beaten by a shot from like a whole other bloody postcode. That's not ideal. Look at where this guy shoots the ball from. Come on, bro. Got to stop those. That's big yikes territory. Our two forwards are not playing well either. Yeah, we're not good. This is third year in a row, actually. Third season. So it's our second season, but we played the middle season off stream because of the bug. But it's the third season now. We've been pretty below average to start the season. So not a good start. So our first competitive match of the year, and we're out of the FA Cup. Not a good result. Yeah, it was a disappointing collapse. We received £400 for losing. Great. See, that's where the FA Cup for a club like ours is handy, right? You win a couple rounds of the preliminary, you get a few extra bucks, and it really helps you. But we were just shocking, just terrible. So, doesn't help us. I need to look at these trial lists now. Where's our squad depth? Okay, I'm not too fussed about out here. Elliot Legg. How do you compare to Comer? Compare with Comer. You're just better, huh? But you're also 28 and you don't do a whole lot. You're just faster, which actually, for how we want to play, it's maybe not a bad thing. Okay. You're, what? Not super fast. Let's compare you to, who are we going to compare you with? Let's compare you with Corcoran. You're a little bit better in the air, and for much, kind of the same player. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at this dude. Corcoran. You're a similar player, but you can do a little bit more, and you're a little bit faster. How tall are you? 181. You're not that big. I thought you could play another position. Didn't it say you could play another position? Huh. Okay, what about you? Same. You're not really that much of an improvement over what we have. If anything, kind of worse. Yeah, you're the guy who's kind of like Corcoran. I mean, we could sign him as sort of backup. And he can play out there too. Okay, let's just have a look at this guy. Let's compare him with Marmol. It's not really as good, so there's no point in that. A little bit better in the air, a little bit better distribution. Not really great. So I don't really see any upside to signing those guys. What do you do that's special? You're quick. Compare you with Egeland. You're basically the same player. You're a little bit better mentally. So, okay. So I don't really see what's Ashton compare with Santoro. He's a little bit quicker. He's a little bit better attacking. He's a little bit better technically. Huh. What are you in terms of size? You're short. Does me no good. Okay. What is, if we go back to the squad, what is Santoro? Where is he? He's not even here. He's better at finishing. I think we'll stick with Santoro. Hassel just generally seems like a useful guy. Compare him with Santoro. He's a little bit quicker. That's about it. Is he bigger at least? Yeah, he's a little bit bigger. Oh. Yeah, you're not really it. You're not it either. Okay. So of all these loanees, there's really not a lot there. Like, arguably he's the pick of the bunch. Let's compare him with Prince. He's a little bit better at defending. He's too slow. You can't have that. Just too slow. You're just gonna get burned. Let's compare you with Prince. Yeah, like I might sign this guy as like a backup. If he'll take a back, yeah, fringe player. Perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking at. Let's go, bud. That was good on your part. 35. We'll get you for 25. We'll take you. Your appearance fee will be £10. We'll make you 5. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good. We're done. Good. You're a good backup. We'll take you. So, got an extra player who can play in a couple different positions. That'll be that for you. Not that interested. So I think in that respect, well, I just keep coming back to this guy. I'm not sure. Nah, he's not it. You're too slow. You're quick, but you would have to play inverted out there. Nah, I think we're good. I think we're good. We didn't really do a whole lot this off season, so that's kind of disappointing. We didn't really build out our team, which I'm a little bit frustrated with, but I don't know. I think we're in a position where, unfortunately, we don't have enough reputation where people would want to come play for us. So we're sort of stuck. Okay. I'm forwarding this news article. Colum, Dankwa, Corcoran, Laubi, Gravata. The media are predicting we'll finish 20th. We've had, not a lot of movement, but we'll come around. Don't worry. Boateng. Okay. Oh, we might not get that guy either. Oh, boy, we're struggling. Stringer is set to go there. Okay. Good luck. I guess. Good luck to you. You signed that guy. Cheers. Not really. That's not a big coup for anyone. So with the media expecting us to finish 20th and us not signing any new players, I think my expectations are probably disproportionately high, which is not ideal. Whatever. Yeah. Okay, I've stopped scouting this player. He's joined another club. Okay, so let's go back here. Now, if we go to our squad and look at our squad depth, where are we weakest? I really think we could do with a top shelf striker. I think we could do with a central defender. And I'm not convinced out on the right here. I'm just not. I think Comer is okay. But do I want to try and sign this guy? Because he seems pretty good. He's got a good work rate. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Let's see if he... No, go away. No. You're going to get £65 a week. Even that's a bit high. Avoiding relegation, sure. Appearance fee, no. He's not going to take this, and we're going to be really far away. We'll offer 70. He would be the highest paid player on the team. Yeah, I'm not convinced, bud. Is he that much better than Comer? He's quicker. Do I capitulate? Ooh. Okay. Let's see if he takes it. What what are my finances like? Okay, I'm nowhere near my budget. So that's okay. My projected balance is kind of a mess, but that's not my problem. Okay. Let's just not worry too much about that. Okay. Let's start looking for loan players. Let's start filling our boots with loans. Because that will help us be able to get some people in on free transfers or free salary, and that's always a plus. I don't know if we'll get any better players this year on loans, but we'll see. Okay. Reese Fife. How do you compare to Chamel or Marmol? Marmol is a better keeper, probably. Although, is he really? He's quicker. Okay. Let's look at this guy, Callum Shepherd. You're too slow. I'm not interested in you, bud. Okay. Well, we'll get you in on a trial for 2 weeks. Trial for 2 weeks. We'll go through this little process again. See if we can find that one gem of a player. We won't bother with him because I just don't think he's good enough. Nichols transfer. If anyone asked me what would be a change I'd like to see made to this game, I would say unequivocally the ability on every screen, on every screen to be able to basically do a mass of activity. So I should be able to highlight them all and offer to put them all on trial. I should be able to do that. But for whatever reason, they just don't let us do that. Okay, transfer. Okay, so we'll just remove him. Whoops. We'll remove him. I think we offered him, so we'll remove him as well. Now this guy, Eric Barker. Did we have him in? He's pretty quick. Do we need him out on the left? Compare him with who? Egeland. Yeah, I think we sort of came to the landing of the same player. Okay. Okay, we'll get rid of him. Why can't we? It's just a pity. There should just be an option over here to trial. Let's bring him in. Transfer trial, 2 weeks. And we'll go through and do this for all of these guys. And really, what we're hoping for here is to find 1 or 2 guys who can start for us in play in just like that sort of small incremental uplift, because then what we can do is midway through the season we can always try and buy them. Francis O'Meara. How do you compare to Column at the end of the day? You're a little bit better defending. You're not nearly as fast, so we won't bother with you. We're not going to bother with you because we know. Okay, let's see what happens. See if we get any of these guys to come in on loan. And then we'll go from there. Offers are all accepted. That's nice. Okay. Okay, so he's going somewhere else. Has agreed to join the club. Play. Let's go. Nichols rejected us. Okay. Okay. So that's kind of an ongoing problem we're going to have now for the next little while, is a number of these young guys are just going to blow us off. Wow, this guy looks like he's a good prospect. Okay, so Blakeman. Do we see anything about him? He looks good. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on Blakeman. He might be useful, which is kind of a shit, right? Because we've just signed that dude. Potentially, we'll have to pay attention before if he accepts Salt. I think not Salt, the other guy. If we can get Blakeman in, and he's good, we might delay that contract for a bit. Wow. Okay. It's interesting. A lot of these guys on first blush look better than most of our players. How tall is this kid? Nah, you're never going to be that. See, he might be. Like, he's fast. We might have to make a play for this young man. He's at left defender. Does he play the center? No, he plays both. We might have to make a play for him. All right. Not going to comment. Accept. Okay. Well, we're starting to get some people in, which is good. But he's okay as a fringe player because he kind of just needs some fringe players right now. Like, he's just a solid box-to-box midfielder, ball-winning midfielder. Like, he just will slot into the system and be useful for us, which we kind of need right now because we're sort of short on bodies. So if that guy comes back and says he's going to accept that big paycheck, 80 pounds a week, we'll try and delay his contract signing to see if we can figure out what to do with this young guy. We'll give it. Let's go squad depth. Okay, so he's still considered the best right back. But this dude, no, there was another. Oh, no, he was on the left side. Eagle. Like, this young guy looks phenomenal. Wow. Like, if he ends up sort of on the higher side of some of these, we'll have some of that, thanks. So, nobody who's come in. Jonathan Jones, you're probably a bit too slow, but your work rate's good. Nobody who's come in looks like they're better than what we have, except for Brucey here. Positioning is good. He's tall. Okay, maybe. So those loan players, doesn't look like we're going to be able to improve through the loans, which is kind of disappointing, really. We tried to do everything according to a plan of getting our team ready for the start of the season, and we went out really in the first game and just got our asses kind of beaten, which wasn't ideal. So fight bravely against relegation, be competitive. Okay. Sure. Homegrown players, don't care. Trials finished, don't care. Well, we've got an offer in for that guy, Leg. So we'll see what happens. I've been using my so I've had my Apple Watch now for quite a long time, actually. I've had my Apple Watch for I want to say 3 or 4 years. And I've never used it for sleep tracking. I've always, because I have a CPAP machine, so I have really good data around how I sleep. But what I don't have is I don't have really good data around the depth of sleep and that sort of stuff, right? And I didn't really thought of it. And then the other day I decided to try it out. Actually, the data is really, really good. That comes out of the Apple Watch for sleep. I don't know how accurate it is, but things like your pulse rate and that are pretty good. I think the other thing that they do well is your data points, right? Because they've got the accelerometer in the watch and stuff, so they sort of know. This dude's ready to sign. Huh. Okay. Let's do it. What the hell? He's a big number coming in. But we still have lots of room in our wage budget, so I'm not too fussed. If we can find a couple of players through the season, we should be all right. But we'll probably come in well under our wage budget, so that's okay too. But yeah, so it's really funny. On the weekend, I had a problem with my CPAP mask. The strap broke, and that's kind of a nightmare, right? Especially because it happened on a Friday night. So I woke up Saturday, and none of those places, very few of those CPAP places are open on Saturday. Luckily, I found one that had the mask I wanted. So that was good. Yeah, so I had the mask, which was good. And so I got that replaced. And yeah, and then I tried the watch because I thought, well, we'll see what happens. Okay, let's try that. We'll just go with that for now. We'll see what happens. Decent turnout expected. Oh, the match is not a bumper. 130 tickets. That's good for us, man. That's really good for us. So yeah, so I got the new mask, and then I thought I'd try the sleep data. So that was a good thing. That was really interesting. Okay. Yep, we'll just keep going. Now, I'm going to check that update on that guy's data. Yeah, here. So the squad depth. What's that guy's name? Is it Bruce? No, I don't think it was. No. Is it Price? Where did that defender go? Eagle. Oh, he's just doesn't look I don't know, man. Starting to look all right. Like, I'm not really sure why we wouldn't be in for a bit of that. Blakeman. Like, a lot of these guys are looking, if the numbers pull up to where they're supposed to. So, squad. So, Gravata and Bird are both still suspended. Okay. That makes sense. Leg will start. Corcoran, Dankwa. Yep. Column. We don't have anyone out to play on the right, do we? We could put Cant out there. Crab. Okay. Yep. And those two have switched around. Okay, that's interesting. We're not playing a backup keeper. I'm okay with that, actually. If we get done on the backup keeper, then so be it. Prince, yep. Yep. We really could use a midfielder in here somewhere. Okay, so Mikey Small can go in there. Swap those two around. Swap those two around. So we have sort of him in that sort of replacement midfield role. We could always move Danko up if we have to. Okay. This is sort of a new thing for Taylor. He's normally our deep lying forward. He's not, because his finishing isn't great. Hassel has much better finishing. He's better at being a deep lying, but he's better at that too. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, so what I'll also have to do then, if that's the case, is I'm going to have to switch our set pieces around. So attacking yeah, that's better. Okay, that's better. Okay. Well, this is this is kind of a new lineup for us at this stage. It's a fair few new pieces in here. But we've got a lot of people playing in their preferred positions, so that's a good thing. I guess we'll have to see how it rolls, right? We'll have to play it and hope for the best. Be nice to start the season off with a W. That would be a good start, I think. Okay. Scouting finished. Lower line, build match fitness, whatever. Paul Corcoran. Team selection. Let's go. Yeah, lots of people lacking match fitness. I hear ya. There's probably a lot of match fitness problems. All right. Whoops. Not what I wanted. Dressing room. Let's go. All right, here we go. First game in the Wessex Premier Division, folks. Let's get after it. We so far have the run of play, but the first highlight goes to Bronkenhurst. We didn't really defend it particularly well. Oh, God damn it. You knew that was coming. We were at 6s and 7s back there. Okay. Oh, well, let's go. Let's get it back. So, Taylor. Oh, that's just sloppy, man. We're, all right, Hassel has dropped back. Oh, no. Why are we doing that? Oh, okay. Taylor's in alone. And there he is with his 4 finishing. Our captain starts off our new season in the new league with a goal. Maybe that is the better place for him to play because, you know, his big size and all that, he will get a lot of those route 1 passes and be able to knock them down. I don't know. We'll have to see. Might be the go for him. And Hassel dropping back. Egeland now on the outside. Finds Column. Goes wide. Can't. Oh, lovely stuff. I think it was Taylor heads it down to him. So Egeland back to Column. Column, I think, goes wide here. Yeah, he goes wide over to Cant, who heads the ball across the goal. Taylor touches it down, and Hassel finds the back of the goal, which is what you want to see in his sort of seasonal debut for the club. We're playing well. We're getting a little bit XG'd here. They are scoring against the run and play, and this happens to us a lot. We just seem to get against the run and play. We just don't seem to be having a lot of luck. So let's just hope for the best here. Our center midfield pair not doing well. Corcoran's not having a good game. So in the middle here, we're not strong at the moment. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Get ready to make some substitutions. Okay. Whoops. Cancel. All right. Egeland now back to Column. Column goes to find Egeland, but really kind of makes a meal of it. Crab picks it up. Leg. Chips it forward. Hassel. Oh. There's a lot of skill there. Okay, yeah. So What do we got? Ian Taylor is exhausted. We can bring Santoro on to play that role. Who else is looking tired? Can't. Bring him on. We'll move him into an inverted winger position on attack. And that'll be it for now. Is anyone not playing particularly well? Crab's not playing hugely well, but we'll just hold on to that change. Call him out to Hassels and Harris. Brennan, over the top. We might make that change now. How do we want to make that change? Dank was running on a card. Crab is just kind of not it. So what if we swap those two around and make that change? Okay, let's do that. And then we get rid of the possibility of a stupid card. Tactics. Nah, we'll just cancel that. We'll do a balanced mentality. Free corner now. Uh-oh. Are we going to get done on the counter? Oh, Brennan. Solid back play from him. Lots of back pressure. Prince fires it forward. Brennan now. All alone. Oh, he's in the box. Is that a penalty? I believe it is. And Hassel is going to step up. And there it is. George Hassel, already with his 4 goals this season and his hat trick. That's a nice home opening effort from George Hassel. Good value on this win, I think. Santoro now has it. Column out wide. Corcoran chips back in Santoro right at the keeper. Keeper just punts the ball forward. Egeland to Corcoran, who's moved up far too forward. Prince finds Santoro in, and Santoro puts it into what I think would be the 10th row. We were looking good, but I think that's going to be probably the end. Oh no, we're going to get another highlight here as we sort of waste some time. Egeland back to Column. Column skies the ball forward. Santoro, George Hassel picks it up. Heslin Harris. I'm going to have to remember how to say that. Oh dear. We give the ball away. Not ideal. They have some good ball movement, but that's it for them. Game over. And 1 game, 1 win. There's 3 points on the board. Glad with it. Happy to have it. Let's move on. Nice. Good victory for the boys. And now we'll get Kant back, we'll get Bert back, and we'll also get Gravita back. So we've just improved a little bit there too. So I think we'll start by playing Gravita in that box-to-box midfielder role again. He made his debut. Rousing ovation. Hassel's performance was exceptional. Hope was spotted at Clayfield's. Yes, he was. Taking a look at those guys. Good for him. Entertainment. Yes. Pleased with our comeback. I think everybody should be pleased. We played well. Okay, let's see if any of these guys... Do we have any more clarity about them? So he is a 10 pace. And things are starting to look a little less interesting. What's our squad depth look like? Chris Salt. I'm not sure why they think he's that good. James Bruce, you're just kind of slow. Jonathan Jones, you're okay, I guess. Din Sifwa, your finishing is good. bit short. Well, we'll just let it run out and see what happens. But it's a good win. It's a good way to start the season. Get some points on the board. I think that's the key early in the year is to get your points on the board. And Tilbury make a column offer. No. Where are Tilbury? It's non-negotiable offer. What league are they in? The Isthmian. So they're well up. They're well above us. No. Yep. So we're just going to reject everything. If nobody offers us money for him, we're not selling. We're not giving him away. Any player who's a starter for us, we're not giving them away. Like it's got to be our rule, right? It's one thing to sell a player for cash. Okay, so he's gone. We've sold 11 season tickets. 10% uplift in season ticket sales, folks. Let's go. We're up from 10 to 11. We're moving on up. Amesbury. Yeah, we'll use the suggested training. Yeah, so we're not just going to give players away, even if it sounds awful, but I don't really care if it's a good career move for them. The good career move for me is to not give players away. That's a good career move for Sean. So, and that's the most important thing. But yeah, I think one of the things I have to do in the next day or so is get rid of the potato faces because they're kind of bugging me. I've been meaning to do that, but I haven't really got around to it. Our under 18s and under 23s are playing. Ooh, we got 2 games coming up, Saturday and Wednesday. Okay. 22 players are available. No. Nope. And nope. Unavailable. Oh no, he can't play either. You can have the lone players. Nope, can't have those guys either. Okay. And Hassel is in the team of the week. That's nice for him. Good job. All right. I think we'll is there a storm outside? Really? Sorry, I'm just checking. Either my neighbors are pouring bags of gravel at 9:45 in the evening, or that sounded like thunder and lightning. And it's not the night when our rubbish bins go out, so it certainly wasn't a rubbish bin they were moving around. Not sure quite what it was. I think before too long in this room, we're going to have to put the air conditioner up because it is getting a little bit spicy in here already. It's only like 16 or 17 degrees, but the room's getting really hot with the lights and everything in there. So I have to start getting the air conditioner running. I'm a little bit worried about the air conditioner and the microphone picking it up, but I think we'll be good. Where are we at? McParlin sparkles as infinity draw. Okay. We won. He was good. Who is he? Denier Snyder. He's on trial. Oh, okay. I'm not really too keen on like signing these young guys because we don't have the facilities to do anything with these kids. So we don't have the youth set up or anything. So it's not really much point of developing these young players. I think this year when some of those contracts are up, we're going to just weed a whole bunch of them out. It's not because they're just eating up salary for us, to be honest. Amesbury. Yeah, I'm okay with those changes, actually. I think I will make those. Infinity go into this away game with every chance of walking away with some things against slight favorites. Okay. Suddenly we're like season preview. We're now 8th. So I think we've improved. Do we have anybody? That's interesting. So we don't have anybody in the Dream 11. Fair enough. Do we have anybody in the top players in column? Gravita. So our best players are some of the best players in the division, which is kind of cool. Okay, so let's go back to the squad. Let's go to tactics. So we want to put Prince in there. We want to put Bert out there. We make him a straight fullback on support. We don't need him playing inverted because he's a right footer out there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so he doesn't need to do that. So he's good. Just out of curiosity. He's still pretty solid, so we'll keep him there. And this is suggesting that Gravita can go into that spot, which I'm okay with, actually. So we can bring Cant on here. And Crab. I like him, but we might not play him a lot, unfortunately for him. Comer's just sort of become the odd man out. He can play both sides. What kind of a contract is he on? Because he had a lot of people interested in him. Is he... he's a regular starter. Well, we might look at moving him on if necessary. Okay, so I'm happy with our starting lineup now. And that partnership is from a couple years ago, so that's still strong. Wow, 3 games in a week. I think a lot of players are going to get 3 away games in a week. So if we can come out of here with lots of points, sets us up. You know, I'm curious to check. I'm curious to check what the structure is. So, 21 clubs. Where are we getting promoted to? No, that's not what I wanted. Rules. The first is promoted to the Trident League, and the second is promoted to the Trident League. So let's go look at. Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. So we really want to get in those two top spots. Okay. It would be nice to get promoted. Obviously, it's very early in the piece, but it would be nice to move up in this year. All right. Okay. Yep, I think we're good. We're still not playing a backup keeper, which is brave, but you know, I can't remember the last time I've seen a keeper get injured. And if we do have one get injured and we lose game, well, so be it. Yep. Carry over your performance. Kick off. Let's go. Oh, we're wearing our golds today. Let's get after it. Whoa, no. We're wearing our golds. Always like the golds. Oh, let's go. Yes. Hassel again. Is he offside? I don't think so. So I think that Taylor in that role actually is probably the play. With Hassel being the deep lying forward, seemingly getting his chances no matter what. So, I mean, almost by accident, we may have found a better structure. So that's a plus. We got skinned. Our goalie in that, he was just nowhere. Marmo was just lost. All he had to do was hit the net. Absolutely out to lunch. Bert is not having a good game. We may have to bring Kant on because he's on a card and he's not playing well. Neither is Gravita. Okay. We'll give it a few minutes. Hopefully we don't get burned. But yeah. Oh, Hassel. That was exceptional. All the way back to Marmol. And he doesn't go long. He's going to go long this time. Too far for Taylor. They are going to cut us open here, I reckon. Oh. Oh, dear. Long balls are not getting anywhere near, and they cut us open. I knew that. Oh, off the post. Oh, fortune favors the brave and little boys. Hassel has suffered a gash. I'll sort it. Okay. Crap. Gravita now comes away with the ball. He's sort of by himself. Hassel out to Bert. Everybody's offside. Eglund. Oh, he's got to put that in the goal. Okay, we need to make some substitutions here. So Hassel has a. It says he has a gash on his leg. Wait. Oh no, it's not what I wanted. That was not what I wanted. Eglin just playing in treacle. Oh, leg. Oh, it was ugly. You could see bad things coming out of this. You could just see there was something bad going to happen. Skip. I don't need to see a penalty. Okay. We got to make some subs. Oh, look at all the cards, man. Holy shite. Okay, so Bert is going to go off in favor of Kant. Actually. Wow. Leg is not having a good game. So, Luby or Corcoran? I might play Corcoran out there, actually. Luby. Okay. Leg for Corcoran. I think Corcoran is a right footer, so he can stay there. And who else can come off? We could play Luby for Column. I think we'll just run it now and see what happens. Oh, that was not ideal. People are getting tired. All right. Eglin now back to Column. Column tries to find Taylor, who can't get away. Taylor now has the ball. Finds Eglin. Eglin tries to beat his man wide, but can't. But anyway, he moves it in. Oh, that was fortunate. Okay. We're now going to drop to a balanced mentality. And we'll look at making some substitutions because every man on the pitch is tired. Who needs to come off? Eglin is playing well. What we could do is we could move Dankwa into here. Nah, let's not be stupid. Let's just make an easy change. Let's not overthink it. Let's not overthink it. Now, hopefully, we can play this out with no more highlights and get our win and just go home. We just got way too many bookings, but we'll take our 3 points. Whoa. Let's go. Everybody's excited. So we're carrying 6 points already, which is good. Love to see it. Infinity edge out opponents. Can't inspires the win. Okay. Now we go out to what looks to be Blackfield and Langley, who have not had a good start to the season. and there is every possibility we might pick up more points here. It's kind of one where you'd like to win, and if you drew the next one, you'd be okay with that, right? You'd be okay drawing the next match. Tooting and Mitchum. Is he any good? Like, is he worth fighting for? He's compare with Marmol. Not really. You can go. Okay, we should probably look at the squad depth now. Okay. So, Alex Dean. You're quick. How do you compare to Bert? Where's Bert? You're sort of better at everything. Huh. You can't finish but you're quick. You work hard. Okay. Jonathan Jones will compare you with Bert. You're kind of better at everything. You're just not as fast. Okay. I mean, I could probably get one of these guys and have him as a backup player. Maybe. Like this dude. Does he play anywhere else? He plays in the middle too, right? He might be okay as a backup player. Let's loan him. Let's make him a fringe player. Let's not have any of that. Let's remove and exclude. Remove and exclude. We'll suggest terms. Yes, we'll take him. And then that way, we're kind of covered. Benjamin. Okay. Now, how do you compare with, say, this guy? You're a bit quicker, but that's about all you have. Yeah, I'm not really convinced. You can play everywhere, but you're kind of not really good at any of it. You're just slow. You're slow. Where did that dude go? But you can play across the middle too. And you're big. Nah, I think we're okay there. Where did that guy go? Eagle. I don't know, man. Am I missing something here? Like he's not as good on attack. Okay, he's just not as good. But nah, let's never mind. We could sign him and put him in the. Nah, let's not bother with that. Let's not muck around bringing in too many players and disrupting the flow of the side. We'll limit the number of new people through the squad, and we'll try and keep players playing in a familiar position as much as possible, and we'll go from there. Okay, what do we got? Offers accepted. You're pretty quick, and you finish well. Compare him to Santoro. He's just faster, but that's about it. I like the speed. I'd like him because he's fast. He's a little water bug. So his finishing is a 12. So he's... Okay, let's make an offer for him to be a fringe player. And we'll... Okay. Huh. They're trying to buy him. That's interesting. Nah. I'll make the offer and we'll see what happens, but I think they'll just sell him. I would if I were them. We'll see what happens. Okay, we'll use our suggested training. That's an interesting sheet. They're not going to have a lot of pressure on us in the defense, which is good. Yeah, there won't be a lot of pressure on us. But they'll have a link man. Okay. They've delayed. They've rejected our offer. Okay. Fair enough. A field improve. No. Sure. Change the squad he's playing. Nope. He's ready to become a regular part. Really? Compare him with Bert. Well, that's quite fascinating, really. Well, we'll leave him out there for now. Okay. Do it. Move on. Okay. Yeah. 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 The board won't let us send him, but we'll try. We'll try. I think we're kind of in a bind, right? We're losing so much money that by the time we get good enough, we won't be able to compete financially. Unless we have like some kind of a crazy run in the FA Cup in a future season where we end up with like, making it to the first round of the FA Cup or something stupid like that, then we might get enough cash where it would be useful. I don't think we'll swap our players around for this game. I think we'll run it back with what we just had. Unless people are tired. Actually, you know what? You can play in that game. Okay. Yeah, I know you're unavailable. Sorry, bud. And Kant out there. Look at that. Player team of the week. Nice. Always nice to see the players getting into the team of the week. No injuries. Our trials have finished. I think we're good with letting most of those guys go. I think we kind of have approached the guys we wanted. And scouting finished. All right. So another 3 games this week. We're gonna have a lot of tired legs here pretty soon. We'll okay. Jones set to move on loan to Infinity. We will accept that. Continue. He should be eligible to play then. We'll see what happens. Okay. Yep. All right. Let's look at what our team looks like. Okay. Everybody's fit. Okay, so that's good. So that's kind of our... This is sort of our starting squad. We're kind of happy with that. I think we're kind of happy with that. Who are these 4? Hassel, Brennan, Santoro, and Kant. Yep. Okay, let's go to the match. I'm a little bit worried about the number of cards we're collecting again, but it is what it is. Okay. Oh, come out. Yeah, good. So Taylor. Oh, I thought Taylor got on the end of that ball. Not really. Oh, hey, nice. Gravita now finds Heslin Harris. Eglin out wide. Chips it in. Oh, Taylor gets on the end of it, but the big man can't keep it. Can't keep it down. I like Taylor, but his lack of finishing is kind of starting to become a bit of a problem. I think I like him, and I don't like that phrase talisman. Oh, come on, man. You gotta be better defensively than that. Like, how does Leg let this guy beat him? And what was the goalie doing? Yikes, man. Not good plays. So Bert is having another bad game. We're going to have to keep an eye on this because this might be Taylor. Can't get on the end of it. Eglund. Column puts it in. Hassel. Bert. Oh, and he's not offside. No sooner had I spoken that this might be the level at which Bert has cannot sort of move any higher, and he decides to do it. But it's all Hassel, right? It's all Hassel. I'd be interested in Hassel and Gravita up front, see what that looks like, if we're being honest. So we might start start looking at substituting Taylor out and moving Gravita up from the midfield and seeing what it looks like. We're going to get done on a cross here. I can feel it coming. I don't know, man. We're just not. It was for one reason or another. We're just not good in the air. I think our players are just too small. I think we need to next year start thinking about bigger players. I knew I said it this year, but we just haven't been able to find them. Yeah, let's go. All right. Free kick now. Leg into Gravita. Oh, Gravita's picked up a knock. Oh, Heslin Harris finds Taylor. It was kind of like I said, you know, his finish is kind of a bit iffy, and he decided to, you know, is it Hessian or Hessian Harris? It's an I and not an L. All right. Gravita's got a knock there, so we may have to make that change by leg not having a good match. We'll drop Corcoran out there, and that'll do for now. We'll just have to keep an eye on fitness. I think Taylor is going to have to come off before too long. But anyway. Poof. That is some rancid defending. Unless it's offside. Ugh. Man, that's terrible. Okay. Hessian Harris is tired, and so is Taylor. He's also carrying a card. But we don't have anyone to play for him. We could do a whole bunch of changes. Or we could just do Santoro for Taylor. We could move Dankwa into this position, move Corcoran into the middle, and put Luby out there. I think that's actually the move. I think that's the move. And we'll move him into inverted. And then we'll drop this down to a balanced mentality. And we'll just try and see out the rest of the game. Offside. Way offside. I mean, if I'm seeing it in real time, well, I don't have any more subs. We just have to hope to hang on here and not get daggered. Woof. Let's go. Let's go. That was special. Indeed, very special. What do we got? Okay. Dank was injured. Okay, so we'll just leave that to the physio. He bruised thigh. Gravita's injured 2 to 3 days. That's fine. Jones, Michael, Taylor on form. Okay. Ian Taylor is one of those guys where I just consistently don't think he's going to be able to step up to the level he's at or the level we need him to be at. He just seems to do it. So we'll, keep pushing him and keep playing him until we get to a point where he can't be that guy anymore, I guess. All right, what do we got? So, where are we at in the competition? Oh, top of the table. Yum, yum. Still early days. So there's 40 matches this season. Yikes! That's a lot of games, man. Hey, it's Romsey. There you go. Romsey were the team who, in the first season, when we should have gotten promoted according to the rules and the structure, they beat us by a point. And they got promoted and we didn't. I think the rule structure is just wrong. And so Romsey have managed to stay up in this division, and now they're looking like a solid team. I'm interested when we get a chance here to see what the media prediction for where they would finish are, because we were predicted to finish, I think, 8th. Originally, we were predicted to finish 19th, and then some of our off-season moves, we kind of moved up to 8th. So be curious to see where Romsey is predicted to finish. I anticipate they'll probably be a mid-table team, but we're sort of they're kind of becoming a rival. Yep. Okay, they play a very interesting structure. Okay, let's go here. Season preview. Yeah, they're finished ahead of us, so they're sort of starting to get into that battling for promotion phase, which is a good structure, right? Like, you think about it, they were in the 10th tier, they moved up to 9, they stabilized themselves last season, and now they're in a position where really, top 5, top 6 team, you're kind of battling for promotion again, which is kind of cool, right? So good for them. Good for Romsey. Unfortunately, we're going to have to beat them. We're going to have to take all the points from them. Knock them down a peg. But that's okay. That's unfortunate for them. How much money did we lose this month? We're financially, the club is not in good shape. So, we only lost £4,000 last month. That's interesting. So last season, in an average month, we were making about £9,000 to £10,000. What did we make last August? So that was July. We made 7. So we made 10. Okay. Our expenses went up a fair bit. But our loss, like, what did we lose last? Yeah, about the same. Oh well. I don't think we're going to make that many changes, to be honest. Looking for a win to mark out their credentials of avoiding relegation. They're looking for a respectable finish. We're looking to just not be relegated. We're built differently. I don't know. I think we're in good we're in good shape to start the season. I think, when you think about it, the last 2 seasons we started off with pretty mixed results. So to start the year with 3 wins on the trot, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. He believes there's no. Okay, good. My watch has just told me that I need to be mindful because my watch is a nag. Isaac Brennan, you've played well. Ellis Crab, please be better in training. Continue. Okay, big day, boys. If we come out of this next week, picking up a win away at Romsey and then a win at home against Bournemouth FC, starting on a 5-0 run to start the season, you'd be pretty happy with that. I think you'd sort of I'd have taken that if you'd have told me that at the beginning. He's agreed to become good for him. Tell us somebody to sign. Okay. We continue to expand our staff. Our director of football is just growing out the bodies down there. Dankwa failed his fitness test. Okay. Okay, so let's go to team selection. Dankwa failed his fitness test, so Corcoran will come in for him. And Mikey Small will come in for Dankwa. Who's tired? Gravida is zonked, so Kant can come in for him. And Crab can go to the bench. Actually, this dude. What are you good at here? Ball-winning midfielder. Huh. Oh, we'll try Crab out there. Play Kant, and then we'll give Crab a run. We'll just let these guys rest. So Kyle Bird is tired. Hessian Harris is tired, and George Hassel. We do have a lot of guys who are tired here. Okay. So we'll have to keep some eye on that. Yep. We're a bit exhausted. We're doing well. Let's keep it going. This is a game that we really want to win. Something of a rival. But also somebody who, if we really are serious about promotion, we do have to take points from. What happened? Offside. Okay. Nice. I'll take the offside. Started slow there. Romsey is all over us here. Oh, get it out. What's going on? Oh, penalty. Oh, come on, man. We're kind of getting stroked here. I'm going to be honest. We're kind of getting pumped. We haven't even got a shot on target. They are absolutely all over us. Column is taking a knock and indicating he wants to come off. Okay. Eglin now back to Column, who's nursing an injury. Taylor. Oh, Eglin all alone. Oh, got to do better than that, son. Okay, we need to make a change here. Luby will come on for him. Calbert, you need to be better, mate. Okay. Wow, that was a big miss by Egeland. You're in alone. You got to put that one away. We just don't seem to be performing well. We're extremely tired. Okay. I'm disappointed. Let's go. Let's go be better. All right. hassle now. Taylor in alone. Oh, bro. You're killing me. He's tired as well. If we can get him to the 60th minute or so, we're getting outclassed here today. I think it's probably the safest way to describe it. Okay. Where are we just not? The goalkeeping is rubbish. Eglund is on a 6-2. Bert's on a 6-2. Taylor is exhausted. Well, we'll make that change. We'll move him to an inverted winger. And we'll demand more because they're playing rubbish. Like, this is steaming hot garbage play. Far out. Mate, that's not the move. Oh. Our Santoro there looked like he moved out of the way of the ball. He looked like he was afraid to get hit by it. We've been better here, but we're just not taking our chances, I guess. Oh. Their keeper looks confident when the ball's in the air. Our looks like he's kind of just seen a football for the first time. That's terrible. Nobody running for the ball. We're getting stroked and we kind of deserve it. I'm not going to bother demanding more. Let's just get out of here with our something of pride intact. And then we'll go from there. Eglund, you're not doing anything, bro. We're just below average today. Just kick it right at him. All right. That was terrible. You were terrible. You need to be better. Not a good way to stop our winning streak. We're now losing. We've dropped points there, so that's not good. Yep. Column is injured 3 to 4 days. Disappointed, I agree. We'll make some changes for the next game, I think. I think Eglund will sit on the substitutes bench. Yeah, I think we'll make a few changes. We were under pressure. We didn't take our chances. There's just lost wrong. Oh, well. Not a good Ramsey in second. Not a good loss. There's losses where you're sort of like, we probably deserve that. Then there's losses where we deserve that and we didn't play well. And that was one of those ones where we lost and didn't play well. So, yeah, let's use the suggested training. Diminutive. He's tiny. Why would anyone sign him? He's, what? 156 centimeters. What's that in feet and inches? It's nothing. 12. So he's barely 5 foot. Wow. That's not ideal. It's not how footballers look. I think this will be the last game for stream tonight. We'll hopefully turn that form back around. See, this is where, hopefully we can kind of get some momentum here, because we have two of the worst teams, or teams that are in the worst form, back to back at home. So we could really use, the boys to come out and play well. But I think we're going to be super tired here. I think we're going to really struggle for fitness. So we might have to have a heavily rotated side here, which is challenging. But we'll have to try it. I think we'll have to play a rotated side. Okay. Yeah. I agree. We're sort of looking at that kind of heavy rotation. You know what? Let's do that. We'll on the day we'll see what our assistant has to say about who we should play, and then we'll go from there. So Shaftesbury have played 6 games. Christchurch are kind of run away with the division, which makes sense. But we're still in the hunt, right? If we can pick up some wins here, we just have to. What we didn't do well in the first couple of seasons was we fell way back in the pack early on, which was bad. And we had to basically come racing back. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. You can't have any of our players this week. They're all unavailable to you, including him. Okay. So we had to charge back at the end of the season. That's a terrible way to play, because it's so much pressure. You have to win every game. You can't lose points, etc., etc., etc. So if we can kind of get to Christmas and be in or thereabouts, then if, we have that big run at the end of the year, we'll be in good shape, right? So Column is injured. Cautious. I don't care about that. Build match fitness work. The ball. I believe we're getting the ball well. Poor shots to goal ratio as we would be shooting. No. Okay. Let's switch those two around. Comer can be inverted. Yep. Corcoran and Prince can. He's a right footer. I think he's a right footer as well. Okay, we'll just leave him at that though. Kant can play out on the right side. Let's do that. Crab and Jonathan Jones can play there. Egeland is the one that I'm most worried about. So we're going to play Isaac Brennan in his place. Now, what do we got here? Okay. So, I'm going to put you here. I'm going to swap you. here. You can go in here. Wait a second. Dank was not playing. He's just injured, right? Bring him off the bench. I think for this young fella's development, we need to start playing him a bit. I think we need to move him to the under 23s. I think he just needs to start playing a little bit. Okay. So we could move Danko in there, but I don't think we will. We'll let this young guy be the man of the moment. Gravita fitness. What does it say? He's required. Okay. I think we'll try that. We'll play a slightly rotated squad here. All right. Uh-oh. He's offside. He's offside. Oh, that was a special tackle. Oh, come on. Hey, stop a shot from out there. Holy shit. That's just infuriating. We're back in this nightmare scenario where our keeper is terrible again. Worst team in the division is basically pumping us right now. That's not ideal. Oh, I think we may need to look at our corners again. Let's go to tactics. Set pieces, corners. Attacking corners. Who's that? Yeah, let's do that. And then on the right, let's do that. Okay. Okay. Gravita's in alone. Oof. Brennan. Wide to Kant. We're just not getting those headers on goal. We're just not getting them down. Taylor now. Gravita. Or Brennan, actually. Luby. I haven't seen much from Luby in the last 2 years he's been with us. Ooh, Taylor does get that one down, but it's right into the hands of the keeper. All right, Brennan with the ball. Tries to spring Gravita, but can't find him there. I think Gravita up front's not working anymore. Oh, Jones now has it. He's on the break is on. Finds Gravita. Back to Jones. Forward to Gravita. Can't. Gravita. Ugh. Just sloppy. Just sloppy. Here we go. Nothing. And the break is on the other way. Here we go. Are they going to cut us open up the middle? Nope. Okay. Luby to Jones to Luby. Taylor. Offside. It would be disappointing to give up points here. Like, I'm not interested in the replay, mate. This is a team that we really need to beat. Oh. No, come on. You just need to go out there and work harder. This is not good enough. Terrible. really shouldn't lose this game. And in fact, even a draw is not good enough here. Oh. If that was our keeper, that'd be in the back of the net now. Comer with the corner, Taylor, and there. I thought he went into the net with that ball. We're just not, and now Gravita's injured. That's okay. Hassel. Let's swap him and Taylor around. Let's go back and fix our corners up. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's demand more. Kant is on a 6-4. Excellent. More. Work harder. Don't really have anything to do here. Our keeper again is dog shit. Well, let's hope for the best. Let's play if attacking. This is woeful, man. This is a team that we really had to beat. And offside, everything's just been seriously bad. Oh, yeah, you stopped the ball. Look at you. Oh. You're awful, Taylor. You're really bad today. I think, like, not even running at the ball. He's not going to be. Oh, yeah, look at that. Where'd you put it? Look, out in the parking lot. Far out. They're all demotivated. Grid, you're terrible. Go be better. This is not. This was not the game for that. So we started off 3-0, and now we're 3 wins and 2 losses. And this was a game we should have won. Injured 5 to 6 weeks. Okay. He's out for 3 weeks. Well, that's not ideal. That was. Where are we at here? The losses are starting to hurt, and we've dropped back down. Wow. Yeah, we can't find ourselves being too far off again, because we will be in trouble. But anyway, I think, as I said, that will do it for stream today. We'll be back Friday. We'll be back Friday to hopefully turn this terrible run of form around. 2 losses in a row, unacceptable. lots of goals against. Like, that's a team we really need to beat, right? Like, if you think about it, they're terrible. We really need to beat them, and we didn't. So can't get promoted if you can't beat the teams you should beat. Like, I think that loss to Romsey really hurt us. I think that is, it's not good for whatever. Like, why is he out with torn wrist ligaments? Like, just strap his wrist up. Like, it's not baseball. He's playing soccer. Anyway, is what it is. So yeah, we'll be back on Friday. And wow, frog in my throat. We'll be back on Friday, probably a little bit earlier on Friday. We'll probably be back around 7 Sydney time. And we'll, where are we? We're in mid-September. We'll try and get through September, October. I don't think we're going to get very far with this save before FM23 comes out. I don't think we'll even, scratch where we wanted to get to. And it's unfortunate. Infinity is such a lower league squad that, like, by the time a custom database comes out next year that's level 11, where they will be next year, we're looking at early in the new year. So it probably won't be our stream save next year, which is really disappointing. Is what it is, I guess. Starting to think about what I'm going to do for FM23. I think there'll be a YouTube save. And then there'll be a stream save separate to that. I just need to figure out the logistics of it, because it takes a lot of effort to put together a YouTube save. I kind of dabbled with it a bit. It's a lot of time, right, to move the game along fast enough. So yeah, it takes a bit of effort. So I'm starting to do the planning for that. I have an idea, but I'll be honest, I'm a little bit worried about my idea. I'm a little bit worried about intellectual property issues with it, trademarks and things. So I have to think about that. I think I'll get away with it, but if I don't, it would be a shit show. And I don't really need that. So hopefully I'll give it a little bit of thought soon. And because the issue isn't with, kind of intellectual property issue. It's really more around getting, copyright claims on YouTube. That's more of the problem. So hopefully I can slip one past the keeper on that one. I think I will do that. I think the one I'm working on mentally, I think I will do that. So anyway, with that, see you all on Friday, and stay safe, and look forward to it again next time. See you later.